Yo, what's going on, you guys, and welcome back to the Anime Plus podcast. This is your podcast for everything anime and anime related. Today is going to be a fun one, man. We're going to be talking about solo leveling and some other cool stuff. But yo, if this is your first time here, I'm your boy Aray, and I'm with my co-host Owen. Owen, say what's up.
Yo, what's going on? What's going on, bro? We got a special guest today.
Hell
I
yeah, bro.
take it from here. Introduce the guest, bro.
All right, bro. So we got a longtime friend. Honestly, bro, this dude is just crazy, bro. And we're gonna be talking about solo leveling, some other things like that. But yo, Bell, bro, say what's up, bro. How you been?
Yeah, I'm been good, bro. What's up?
Man. Yo, glad to finally have you on the pod, bro. Like, I'm excited for this episode.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm here too, bro.
No, it's perfect because the thing is, solo leveling just ended, and bro, I know my boy be on that stuff. Okay, so I want to preface this before we go on. I have not read the manhwa. I don't do that stuff, you know. But from what I've seen on the first season, that shit has been insane. That last episode, bro, when he entered the gate for the first time, and it was like that gate was like none other before. And I was like, yo, is this man's even prepared for that? What were your thoughts when he went into the gate the first time? Like that big gate. You know what I'm talking about?
The first one
The
or
one
the city?
the one it was like a challenge level. Area, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the one where he got the group, you know?
It was like a rock or something. I forgot what it was called.
Are you
The
talking?
rock. Are you talking about the one that got the spider?
Who was the first villain? The first villain was the
It
knights.
was a giant. Are you talking about like the giant
The
spider?
giant like golem?
Yeah.
Oh, so the first gate ever, like the one that got the snake. Yeah, that one was pretty good because he was just getting out of the hospital, you know. It was just like revitalizing there, you know, getting his shit together, and then they throw him up in just this dungeon with no way out except if you you know find the ruin to escape or just kill the boss. It was pretty exciting because like we know for a fact that he is an E tier hunter.
That's the
So
crazy part about this whole situation. I mean, my man was known as literally the world's weakest hunter, right? And I don't know, the whole concept of solo leveling, it's so fascinating to me. And in the beginning, it kind of didn't make sense. In the whole power system of E staying E and then like D staying D, that never made sense to me. How do you think about that power system?
honestly, it's just another power system that favors the main character, other than
True.
the more than the other side characters, because we know that the main character evolved every time. Like he can level up infinitely, pretty much. But the bad thing about that is that the side characters doesn't get uh, their time to shine pretty much. So they always stay in their they always stay in that same level, and whatever techniques they got or whatever power they got, it's just there to stay, you know.
Yeah, like okay, so I don't know. This is a common theme for me where I usually don't like overpowered MCs. I hate when like um what was the Seven Deadly Sins? Meliodas, he was like super OP and whatnot. I like Luffy, Naruto, like Ichigo type of guys where they gotta like really go in, they're underdogs, and then they kind of like have to train very hard and progress through fights to really level up. I feel like they had that in this. I'm not saying that it wasn't, but in the beginning, like I don't like how everyone's stagnant and how nobody can change. That honestly doesn't make sense to me. But I think definitely the fact that he can level up, I do like that aspect. But I just don't like how MCs are like super OP. Ari, what do you think about the situation?
Nah, bro, I agree, but at for this specific story, I do like it because as Bell mentioned, like it's something that benefits the character, the power system. And I feel
Yeah.
like it just works really well in this situation. It's not like the main character is just born strong or we're like halfway into the story and we don't really know any backstory and the characters are strong off rip. Like for example, we were talking about Meliodas, you know what I mean? this is him working his way up, which is half the fun of the show, in my opinion. So that's just me personally, but yeah.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you in that sense. I was just saying how I don't like it, but in this sense, he goes from E and he keeps progressing. So we still have that factor. But the thing is, nobody else can really like can be with him or like compete with him or like go up with him. That's what kind of was like weird to me. How if you're an E or you're a D or you're a C, you're just a C and you're fucked. You know what I mean? But I think the first two episodes of Solo Leveling hooked everybody into it. That first, like, you remember that face of the statue?
Yeah.
That
Oh yeah, for sure. That was a
grinning face,
mad phase.
bro, the grinning face, bro. From that time, I think that was one of the best first two episodes I've seen in an anime. Like, I was so hooked. I was so hooked, and I was like, yo, this is gonna be an amazing story. I'm glad the pacing was the way it was paced. It went pretty quick. We had action pretty much every single episode. And then there's also like side stories because like it's not only about them going into the dungeons and whatnot. There's also like a business side to it where like people are trying to make money off of like hunting guilds and shit like that. I think that's also a very interesting side of solo leveling. You like Aray, you like that side or no?
Yeah,
What
no,
do you
for sure. I mean, me and Bella, we actually read the manhwa. Yo, Bella, you finished the entire.
I'm getting clowned on right here, bro. You saw that sneak diss? Yo. But yeah, you're saying?
What I was trying to say is like we know where this is all going, as opposed to you. No offense, nothing like that, bro. But well, no, I'm gonna just say this: anime only watchers, you guys are in for a treat. You know, it's gonna get crazy. And I guess that kind of gets me to my next point, yo. So I guess this is for you, Bill. Do you what's your favorite aspect of solo leveling? Is it like the grinding up the levels, or is it like everything else that happens in the manhwa? We're not gonna go too crazy into spoilers here, but is there something else that you really liked about solo leveling?
Honestly, I'm just a huge art guy, so I love anything art and stuff. So I really like the animation and the design of the characters in general, especially in the manhwa, because you know you can see the difference from when he was weak until he got strong. Like you can see that character development legit like manifest physically, you know.
Right.
But when it comes to the story, my favorite aspect from the entire show is probably the leveling up system because like it's looking out for the main character, which is rare to see in an anime. Like this leveling system wants the main character to succeed, you know, it's wants it to get to a certain level. Unlike other animes, for example, in Naruto, where at the beginning, like the Jinchuriki always want to bring down their host and they want to kill them pretty much. So that was a nice change of pace from like having that demon inside of the main character, you know, so he has to tackle with him and shit.
I like that comparison that you just used, where it's like a Jinchuriki, and in this sense, it's whatever the game that game is. I like that. I like that comparison. But yeah, I mean the story is elite. I think you guys know a lot more than me. I'm out here in the dark. I know that it's elite, but I don't know how good it gets. Damn, bro. I mean, I'm still hype. He got bro that last so so the fact that he could control like dead things now is that's what it is, right? That's his whole power.
Somewhat.
So yeah, you can say
Yeah,
that that's half of it.
yeah, you guys are crazy. I feel like I'm about to spoil something without even knowing that it's something. But yeah, I mean, he picked up the Red Knight at the end. Iris was his name.
Vigorous.
Iris.
Igris.
Igris. Okay, I can't read. But yeah, I mean, bro, that dude, he had such a hard time fighting him. Honestly, I really thought he would have. I thought there was gonna be a bailout. I really thought there was gonna be a bailout at the end because he was getting crushed by that red dude. And the fact that he now has him, obviously, like I'm not gonna lie, at the end when he messed up the first time, then he messed up the second time, I was like, obviously he's gonna get it the third time. There's no way he's not. But like the fact that he even got um the knight was insane to me. But so Bell, did you watch the anime or did you only?
The like the Solo Leveling. Did I just
Yeah,
watch the
yeah.
anime?
Yeah.
Honestly, at first, like I got into it from a friend. Like he told me, like you need to check this out. It's really awesome. It's amazing and shit like that. Around the episode 7, that's when he told me that. And I was thinking about not even watching it until like it finishes because I hate, you know, being left on a cliffhanger.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah. I get you.
I didn't want to watch it, but they fucking like screwed up on me so much. Like they spoiled so much stuff that I got fuck it, I'm gonna watch it now. So I watched it, and around like the 11th episode, I got really excited, and I couldn't wait any longer. So I just went ahead and read the manhwa.
Bro,
Nah.
that's crazy, bro. Because for me, I started reading the manga first, the manhwa, because obviously the anime hadn't come out. They didn't even have any news that was coming out, and I was like, dude, I didn't think it would ever get an anime. And I was always thinking, like, if this does get an anime, it's insane. And this is what Belle was talking about earlier, like the character designs and like the drawings or whatever are just insane. So to see that in anime form is crazy, bro. So honestly, bro, I got a question for you, Belle, man. Compare the anime to the manhwa. Who like which one did it better in terms of art?
In terms of art, honestly, I would go with the anime because like everyone and their mother were flaming the A1 studio. They were saying that they're gonna fumble and they're gonna drop the anime and make it the worst ever in the anime history. But they really came through with that. Like they made an insane animation. They actually added a little bit of context in the anime other than the manhwa because the manhwa left a lot of shit
Mhm.
um, out. For example, the manhwa didn't introduce the S hunter, the girl like with the blonde hair. I forgot her name.
Chahin.
Yeah, they didn't introduce Shaihan in like the first few chapters. They actually introduced her way late in the story.
Yep.
But but with the anime, they actually introduce her pretty early on, so you can have an idea on what she does, who she is, and that she's gonna be important in the story later on. So that's what I like more about the anime.
No, I agree with you 100%. Like you said before, the context, mad loyal. Because honestly, I remember watching that and I was like, dude, I don't remember her until like a certain part in the manhwa, but it did add some context because people that did read the manhwa were like, oh yo, it's Giant, but also people that didn't, like they started getting to know her, like obviously she's gonna be a very important character and whatnot. So nah, it's definitely dope to see. But yo, Owen, like, did that add any context for you? You know what I mean? Like I know, like obviously you don't know what happens in the manhwa, but like, were you like, oh okay, I need to know like who this character is?
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. It was mad S rank characters. I honestly I don't. It kind of brushed over my head. Um, Maybe you guys see it more emphasized because there's a difference between the manhwa and the anime. But I think for me, just like kind of digesting it as one piece, not seeing that there's two different sides to it, I've kind of just saw it as a regular part of the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, no.
The thing is, you won't notice it if you're just watching the anime, but if you read the manhwa, just like me and Aray,
Yeah.
you're gonna have a pretty big difference in the characters because Chai-Han, I think it got introduced way late in chapter like 144 or something like that.
Yeah.
And you didn't actually get to sympathize with her when she got into like her portion of the story, and you don't know what she does and how she got there. But here in the anime, they're actually showing her bit by bit, showing that she's dealing with those corporate dudes. They introduced her pretty early on as a fan favorite in the crowd, so you know that she's a big deal. When her story happens, uh, it is gonna hit harder pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. So like, see, this is what I mean. Like, I barely even know about the character you're talking about because maybe yeah she was introduced, but like nothing significant has happened with anyone besides the main character so far.
Yeah, but the thing is, in the anime, since you watched it, you know that the character is there. If you
Yeah.
read the manhwa, you don't know who she is until like she appears in chapter 144 with the raid on the island. So that's pretty much.
All I know is she's gonna be an important ass character. That's all I know.
Yeah, see, that's the main reason. Like people criticize the manhwa for like poor writing because it didn't honestly it didn't have the best writing, but it was good. But with the anime, they are fixing up those mistakes and bringing up the characters more, and freshening up the story and stuff like that.
Yeah, okay. So normally, right, the way it works is like anime is usually like adapted from manga, right? But manga usually has more information. I feel like even in One Piece, like I always see that there was always more information inside the manga, but damn, they're actually fixing stuff in the anime. That's actually something that's pretty cool. I feel like that's something that is usually not seen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what happens when you've got a pretty new guy into the scene, and he gets like a pretty he gets like a hit book, but he's not he's not well known. He didn't have that experience with writing stories that much and stuff. So you get those big studios that will adapt their story, fixing some aspects of their writing, and improving characters, maybe changing some designs here and there, just so they can make the story go on even better.
Got you. I feel like I don't know. I feel like that's a double-edged sword in a way, right? Where like doesn't it kind of take away from the authenticity of the writer? Harry, what you think about that?
It does, but at the same time, it does feel more refined now that you mentioned it, because again, like it's adding more context. It's kind of building in that behind the scenes knowledge that a lot of people don't have, especially for you, Own, because we like as mono readers, obviously, like we know everything beforehand, but in the long term, this is gonna help you out more than like us.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
already have that
So,
context like built behind, but
I
now
get
Think of it kind of like One Piece. Sorry, I cut you off.
okay.
Not One Piece. Think of it like kind of like One Punch Man. Like if you read the manga, you're not gonna have a good time because like the drawings aren't that good. The pacing is kind of meh. Some aspects of the manga aren't there. But if you watch the anime, I'm talking about the original manga, by the way, not the one that the artist, the guy like that draws, actually like incorporates later on. Because like for those people who don't know how One Punch Man works, like the author isn't actually like an illustrator. He's more of a writer. So he has like the original piece, which is like a pretty badly drawn, like it's like a 5-year-old drawing a manga for the first time.
They're like,
So like he draws those panels in a really bad way, and then this artist guy like takes those panels, redraw them in a better way, and then they publish the manga. That's how it works. So it's kind of like a One Punch Man thing where the studio actually takes this story, refine it more, add better character stories, like fix some issues maybe or plot holes, and you get a much better story overall rather than like having it just stay the same way.
no, I think it's a better version of it. Ari, what were you gonna say? Sorry for cutting you off.
I want to bring this off of solo leveling just for a second. So I got a question for you, Bill. Was this the
Mhm.
first manhwa that you ever read?
Honestly, it was definitely the first manhwa.
Did that like reading the manhwa? Like, do you read manga as well or just manhwa?
Yeah, I've read a couple of mangas. I've read like Demon Slayer, that's for sure. I've also read Shukugeki no Soma, if you ever heard of that anime. I also read a bit of One Piece, but the pacing is just god awful. It's like stretching out for so long at the moment, like I can't read it.
Hmm.
Also Naruto and in the later chapters, and I'm thinking about getting into Bleach, but I'm hesitating a bit because I
Bro.
don't have that
Hold
much
on.
time.
Yo, my man watched Naruto, but you have not. Yo, I don't know. Yo, Bell. One Piece and Bleach are miles ahead of Naruto, but that's my opinion.
I
Yeah.
But
mean,
that's
you're
anime.
kind of biased. Like I'm not gonna have my bias here, but I can't deny that One Piece is a good story, and Bleach as well. But the thing with One Piece is like it's stretched out so long that it just kind of puts off new readers and
Yeah.
new anime watchers. Because like if you're gonna go into the anime and like you don't have much time like me, maybe you work more, you got a family or something like that, and then you see that the anime shit has like 1,100 episodes. Like fuck that, bro. I ain't watching that.
I get you. Well, low key, yo, you're a manga reader, so just read the manga. Like the manga is actually quick paced.
I'm
Ari,
not
what do you think about
actually.
like the pacing in terms of manga? Because you read the manga too. Like, well, at least the later half of it or later part of it.
You're talking to me?
Yeah.
What
Like
about the pacing?
the pacing of the One Piece manga.
Oh.
So wait, Bell, would you read would you read One Piece or would you watch One Piece?
I would prefer to watch it,
Yeah,
definitely,
watching is very
but it's pretty stretched out. Like I said,
yeah,
that it's gonna put
I
you
agree.
off. I heard there is like a project going on, which is called like One Piece,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which, which is fixing most of the issues with One Piece, like with the fillers and stuff like that. I
Yeah,
might consider that when the story finishes. I don't know though.
so they have One Piece, which actually does like cut out a good portion of it, but they're also releasing like this new version of One Piece on Netflix. We don't know when it's gonna be released realistically, but um, wait, Netflix themselves are creating this, right?
I mean, I don't think they're the ones that are creating it, but I think it's gonna be on their platform only.
Okay. Yeah, but basically we're assuming that it's gonna be a faster, better, well, more like better paced version because that's the biggest issue about One Piece. I mean, that's the only issue about One Piece. But um
Is it really?
yo,
Come on, bro. Like,
low key
is it
starting to become
really?
a One Piece roast fest, bro. I cannot, I can't think this.
The only honestly, if it's me, like the only manga that an anime that I really wanted to get like done right and done justice is Berserk. Like Berserk is amazing, like hands down, like the best story I've ever read.
Yo, so let's do this real quick because this is what we do with all our guests. We have basically a tally for everyone that's come on and said their favorite anime. So I'm gonna ask you in a second, but what we have is Kill la Kill has 1 vote, Dragon Ball and Beck also had 1 vote, and first place is My Hero and One Piece. They both have 2 votes each. So Bell, man, I'm gonna
How
ask.
my hero has two, bro. That makes no sense to me. Yo, like what? My hero, like yo, what?
So Bell, I'm gonna ask you, bro, what's your favorite anime? We're not talking manga, anime only.
Anime only. Um, for me, anime only. It's kind of hard, honestly, because like I've watched a couple and they were pretty good. Honestly, fuck it, I'm biased. My favorite anime is Cyberpunk 2077. Like the anime portion of it, like Edge Runners. If you haven't watched that, bro, you're missing out.
Damn.
That's
Okay,
crazy.
bold statement right there.
That's not the first person to tell me to watch that. So damn, all
So,
right.
so my boy Bell was actually putting me on to Arcade for the longest time. I need to watch it. You ever heard of Arcade?
Yeah, it's on Netflix, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro. Bell was showing me a portion of it, and bro, the music, the animation. I feel like it's a whole different style. You know what I mean? It's a whole different like.
it is. It's like a blend of 2D and 3D, which like gives you this like kind of unique style of visuals that is really amazing. And the bonus is like it's incorporated in the League universe. And for those people who don't know like League of Legends, like I know it gets a lot of hate when it comes to the game, but the game's universe is amazing. Like I would even go as far as say like it's on par, if not better than the Marvel and the DC universes, because like you've got a lot of stories, a lot of conflicts, and a lot of supernatural powers, supernatural beings. Like, and if you blend all of that together, you just get amazing stories in that world. Like, it's just a shame that only Arcane is gonna be able to, show the world that. But if you were to play some of the games, like for example, like the Wind King game, you're gonna get the Wind arc, which is like by far like one of the most major arcs in the story, and like that universe is just fantastic, hands down.
All right, that's good to know. I mean, personally, I see some of these different type of animes that aren't based off of manga or manga or whatever on like Netflix and some other places, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, I don't know, I'm not used to the same source material if it's not manga or manhwa. But I mean, I'll give it a shot for sure. I mean, it's kind of cool to see all these different source materials that it's coming from. Like obviously, you talked about Cyberpunk. I know that comes from a video game, and I mean, obviously, Arcane as well. But yo, I guess I got another question that kind of piggybacks off of that, bro. So, what do you prefer more, manhwa or manga?
Honestly, I would prefer like aspects of the two. No, I don't prefer one over the other.
Okay.
So for me, I would prefer the art style and the art of the manhwa because you get like these colored panels, more refined and edges and stuff like that. I just love the way the manhwa is drawn.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I prefer like the stories in manga because I feel like manhwa is relatively new, while manga is like it's been there since ages ago. So you got better writing and better stories and stuff like that. So you could say that I prefer the stories in mangas, but I prefer the art style in manhwa. If you can blend the two, it just would be a perfect match.
Bro, that's crazy because I feel the same exact way. Like, so like I said before, So Leveling was my first manhwa that I read, and I was just like shocked by like how crazy and how beautiful the art was with all the color and stuff like that. And I started reading more manhwa after that, and I kind of realized like the story, like the plot is just it's a lot more basic in a lot of these different manhwa compared to manga. You know what I mean? So I agree with you 100% when it comes to that. But yeah, I was just curious to know. But yeah, I mean, Owen, he doesn't read any manga or manhwa, so I've been trying to put him on to at least some type of source material.
Yo, I'm about to get mad backlash right now, bro. Yo, here he's exposing my ass. Yo, I mean, I'm about to get mad backlash because I've low-key I've been saying I'm gonna read the One Piece manga, right? But the thing is, especially okay, so I haven't seen this newest episode of One Piece yet, but it got such a high rating. And like, imagine, okay, so Aray, you watched the episode or no?
I haven't watched it yet, but I've seen like a million clips.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen a couple clips, right? And the animation is fucking insane. So like, am I messing that up? Like, I feel like I'm messing that up if I read the manga for it.
Honestly, like if you didn't begin like reading the manga, I would say that you shouldn't read it because like if you enjoy like watching more than you enjoy reading and knowing what's gonna happen in the story, just stick to the anime and don't read the manga because you're gonna spoil lots of stuff for you. Because usually mangas are ahead by like 30 chapters over the anime, and that's like saying like that generously. So if you're gonna read that, you're gonna be probably ahead by like an arc or two. So you're gonna have to wait a long time for the anime to catch up.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like, my whole thing is like, yo, I waited. I've been watching One Piece for the past 13 years ish, 12, 13 years, right? And in the beginning, I could have gone into manga, but I didn't get into it because I didn't want to kill it for myself. But the thing is, I did promise the community that I would watch it, read the manga, because the thing is, like, for me, yes, the animation is a huge portion, but then again, the information is also now such a big thing. Like, the information in One Piece is trumps everything. Like, the animation's decent, like, good. It's really good now. It was shit in the beginning, right? But obviously,
Yeah, ever since they dropped like toy animation, I think it improved a bit.
yo, my man is throwing sneak jabs at Totally Animation. I'm dead. But yeah, I mean, yo, over the like, I think after like episode 1,000, bro, shit has been so crisp that it's kind of like not wanting me to ever go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, if you prefer information over animation, I would definitely read the manga. But if not, I mean, you're cool the way it is. You just have to live with knowing that you're eventually gonna get spoiled, whether you like it or not. But
Yeah, definitely kind of like the Jujutsu Kaisen incident, like where I mean everybody and their mother know about now like that the manga actually killed off Gojo, and now we're huffing like insane amount of copium that he's alive because like the manga hinted that he might be alive. So whenever something happens to Gojo in Jujutsu Kaisen, it's like 100% you're gonna get spoiled if you're on Twitter or on YouTube. Like there is no avoiding it.
exactly, exactly. All right, yo, we're gonna start wrapping up. But before we do, man, yo, Bella, do you want to shout out like anything that you're working on, any projects, any social media or anything like that? I gotta make sure that everyone knows.
Honestly, I used to have a YouTube channel. I still have it. I do like some speed arts of uh, some work that I do, but I don't upload as often right now. I'm gonna say that I have another gaming channel that I'm planning on coming back in the future and working on. If there anybody wanna check that out, I would really appreciate it. It's called Kuro KURROW.
Okay. What's the first one? The first channel's name?
The first channel is Leo Arts. It was my first ever name that I used for business, working with people on Twitter and stuff like that. That's how I usually do the videos there. I would just get clients on Twitter and, talk with them on what they want exactly. Then, put my head down and record the video, me working in Photoshop, Cinema 4D, stuff like that. And then compile it into like a 2 or 3 minute video with the by speeding it up and adding a few songs, maybe a few like edit here's and there, and then upload it. That's how I just started my YouTube in general.
One thing I want to say before this ends. So I've been friends with Bell for a minute now, and I've worked very very closely with Bell. And anyone out there, if like you guys have if you need any type of graphic design work, any 3D design, any type of like cool animations and anything like that, my boy knows Photoshop. I know my boy knows Illustrator. My boy knows Cinema 4D. He knows all the 3D software. And if you've seen like DropClick's website, that's my boy Bell. Like straight up, that is my boy Bell. He's the best animator I've seen. And yeah, if you guys, anyone out there needs any type of help with 3D stuff, definitely go contact my boy Bell. I don't think you're gonna find anyone better than him. And yeah, that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, we'll
I
put a
appreciate it, bro.
yeah, no, we got you, bro. We'll put a link in the description with all your socials. Just hit me up after this, bro, and then I'll put everything there. Anything that you can think of. But yo, I feel like that's gonna be it for this episode, man. I wish we could have talked more. You definitely have to pop on the pod at least one more time, man. If not, definitely way more than that, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm happy to come around more often if you'd like. I got no issue. Talking to you guys was a lot of fun. I enjoyed myself so much. I can't even lie about that. So yeah, I would definitely would like to come back in the future if possible.
Hell
hell
yeah.
yeah.
Looking
This was
forward
a blast. Aray, I think this all wraps it up. Take us out, my man.
there. Thank you guys for joining another episode of Anime Plus. Thank you again to our guest Belle. Again, link will be in the description. But yeah, this is gonna be it for this episode. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Peace.